Lunchbox is brought to you by Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome bay with shafafa on the side.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. I'm Mike Mayo. As you can see, they've released me from my sick bay. I am no longer contagious. I'm no longer coughing. I think I have a full-throttled mellifluous voice again, and I am just so pleased to be with, well, not just Jeff DeForest. That sometimes pleases me, but
No, you usually just get aggravated when I'm
that's
around.
usually the
And
way
I
it
love
is.
just doing it too. I love seeing you fall apart.
He
Apparently,
gets
the audience
great
thinks it
pleasure.
too. Yeah.
He gets great pleasure from that.
Yeah.
No, but I'm really pleased to be joined today by really a legendary guy in the local food scene and the seafood. Doug
Yeah.
Carter from
All right, Doug.
Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market,
Right.
and I'm so pleased that not only am I here, I've been a longtime customer coming here for like over 30 years, but now you are on board as the latest sponsor of the Lunchbox, and it's so great that we could get to come out here and chat a little bit and get to see some of the great products and get to eat some of the great products. We'll be cracking stone crabs later. Defo wants me to crack one on my head.
I believe if you did that, this show would take off exponentially in terms of viewership and attention.
Now, I have suffered.
It would make Good Morning America. You know that.
I have suffered from my art. I don't know if my head is. Well,
I think
it
your head's
probably
pretty
is
hard.
hard
Yeah.
enough.
No, I mean,
I don't know. Do you want to put me with Tua in concussion protocol for the next 6 months?
that's
to
the only
a year,
problem.
or-
Doug, do you realize what a hypochondriac this man is? I mean, I've never seen anybody with an immune system so weak. We compared it yesterday to the consistency of Skyline chili,
now.
and it's National Chili Day.
Happy
but,
Chili Day, everybody. That's
what do you
it,
think?
yeah.
Can we crack a stone crab on
Is
his head?
today Chili Day?
It
Yeah.
is. It is
Okay.
National Chili Day. I don't know. Do you ever make? I mean, you got some good soups and prepared
Well, we
foods
have
here.
turkey chili.
Turkey chili. Okay.
Turkey chili.
There you go. We can celebrate
favorite, yeah.
Chili Day right
Yeah.
here. How are you, Doug? And how's it going?
I'm great.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about, well, first of all, the history of the market dates back to 1951. That's almost as old as Defo.
It is exactly as old as I am. That's
Exactly
my
as-
birth year on the sign, 1951.
Wow, that's impressive. And it was, I guess, your wife's family that
Yes,
first
yes, yeah.
that had it. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved and just the whole origin. And back then, we were on State Road 7. You got trucks rolling here. You got casinos here, big guitar
New
tower
trees and
there.
everything.
Did it used to be like a dirt road here? Or what?
Yeah, at one time. They had it was a 2-lane road.
It was a 2-lane road back in the day, and now it has become this just major, highway, byway, and the whole, the Guitar Hotel and the Hard Rock Complex, I'm sure, just brings a steady stream of traffic and customers. I guess, do you, what do you think of just the whole growth around the whole area here, and how much have things changed and how much have they stayed the same for you?
It's changed from the cheeky huts along the road, and now they've got all nice new buildings, nice new homes. And everything is, and the casinos are. I don't know. They bring in a lot of traffic,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been working on the road a long time. So hopefully that's finished soon.
Yeah. Now I know you're here through the years. Just what have there been? You still see the same faces over and over, like kids and grandkids now of customers who first came in.
We're probably dealing with fourth generations, and there used to be more of the women were shopping. Now a lot of men shop by themselves, or they come in as couples, and you see a lot more of that than anything else. That the husband and wife come together and.
Now, through the years, was it mostly focused on chicken at first? Because the chicken farm comes first, and then seafood market. Did that come afterwards?
Everything came first with the chicken, because our other store was south of here, across the street from McDonald's, and that was on 51. And we had chickens on site in the building.
Did?
Yeah,
there was actually a chicken farm.
yeah, and so the people would come and pick out the chicken they wanted. And that was before I came in. But my father-in-law and my mother-in-law would kill the chicken, clean them. The people would bring pans of ice and put the chicken in the pan of ice, and they'd take them home that way.
And that would be like Sunday supper, the fried chicken dinner, or whatnot.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wow. So that's going back. I love this kind of history because you don't really think about it that often. Everything now has become, we don't even know where our food comes from. We just know it shows up in supermarkets, and sometimes people, or it shows up here, and people just, they don't really think about it that much. But when did things start changing, and now where do you get your products, the poultry and stuff like that?
In the South and North Florida, they had the dressing plants there. And at one time, we had an egg ranch out on 106th Avenue.
Need an egg ranch these days.
And we should have kept it. And it was on 106th Avenue. They had 40,000 layers on that site.
Wow. And
they sold to some wholesalers, and of course in our retail store too. And in 1961, probably 1954, I went to work in the store south of here. Okay. And it was my wife's, at my time, it was my girlfriend's family.
Elsie.
Yeah.
The lady.
And so, and then we bought the store from them in 1961 and we moved here in 1962.
Okay.
And
so at this location for over 60 years, that's amazing.
At that time, we put in seafood, and it was just a small portion of what it is today.
How much did stone crab go for back then?
Well, I don't know if we even sold them then, but they were as low as $4.99 a pound.
Yeah.
in that time, and you would only sell a portion of what we sell today, because everybody raves over the stone crabs, and they at New Year's and Christmas, and at Thanksgiving we have big long lines. They're buying turkeys and stuff.
Yeah.
And at New Year's is the highest volume on the stone crabs.
Yeah.
And we have to do a lot of work to get them.
Yeah. No, your seafood manager, Jose, who I've known a long time, he's always telling me about all the different relations that he has with the different, fishers and crabbers all over the place. And he's always pulling strings, because sometimes they can't pull traps in one area because of the weather, and he's got to go up to the Gulf. Defo, have you been here? Are you?
I have been to Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. It's been a while. An amazing display, by the way, Doug. You should be very proud of the way, the store. You walk in there, and it really looks like the most upper echelon that you could possibly visit in terms of this type of sale. With stone crabs, though, I mean, there's always so much debate, and the prices seem to be outrageously high, and you manage to keep them, at the market level or below. But do you ever foresee where this might reverse a little bit and it'll come back into a more reasonable range for some people?
No.
Because I mean, they regrow the claw. What's the deal on it?
But they're also more. The market is a lot more than it used to be.
Yeah, because of shipping, and now the wonders of technology, people could get stone crabs a lot further away than they used to.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And and here, the population here has expanded so much over the years, and everybody wants stone crabs, and they don't seem to care what they cost as long as they get what they want.
See, what they taught me at the London School of Economics, besides that it's a bad idea to crack a stone crab on your head,
it remains to be seen if we can pull that off.
Supply and demand usually dictates price, and that because
but it hasn't priced itself out.
There's so much more demand now that the price keeps going up. And the other thing Jose was talking to me about the other week is just the cost of running these fleets and maintaining the traps, the bait, the fuel, the labor. All these things have contributed, and they keep going up, up, and up. So even if there is a little bit of a dip in demand sometimes, it's just that the price of pulling these things out of the water, it's such that you have to charge a certain price in order to make it a worthwhile venture for the crabbers. So, it's unfortunate, but it's become more of a special occasion thing. Yeah. Although, do you see people come and just buy them every week, or the same places?
Some people buy them every week. And there's a few people, other people just buy them on certain occasions, like their wife's birthday or their birthday, and everybody wants them on New Year's and Christmas. And that's the volume on those days, when we come to work early in the morning to start getting them ready, and sometimes we crack them ahead if the people want them cracked, or some people want to wait and come in and see them, and then we crack, and then they want them cracked. There's a few people crack their own, but most of them we
Now,
crack.
Some people say, "Oh, the stone crab isn't as sweet as some of the Maryland crab." I mean, do you have an opinion? Do you like Florida stone crabs? Do you think? I
He's
think
made a lot of money on him. So
I know.
he's happy about
well, it's
that.
funny,
Probably paid for a couple
Actually-
of homes.
Actually, I love them.
I would
It's your
figure that.
favorite food.
No,
Yeah.
but taste wise, flavor wise, I love them too. You got to get them at the the right time of year. I think this is kind of peak season now, and get
Yeah.
the really sweet shell. Do you find a difference in texture or flavor between the smaller, medium ones and maybe the jumbo colossals?
Well, you came up and weighed these things. I took the shells off and
I did
told
a
us
test one year.
that
Yeah.
mediums are the cheapest thing. Well, yeah,
The
you get
best
more
va-
value
you
for
get
your
more
dollar
yield
bill
of actual
for your
meat
dollar.
per
Yeah.
pound. Yeah.
And but there's a lot of people only want colossals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're lazy. There's a
Yeah.
lot of lazy people out
That's
there.
me,
They-
man. I want colossal. Whatever the biggest thing is, I always order a large no matter what. It's the best way to go.
The thing I found when I did this comparison, this was 5 years ago, the pricing was a little bit different, but it's the same basic concept, is that the for the colossal and the jumbo, yeah, it's less work, but the yield per pound it was like only 5 ounces. I think it was like 5 point
That's your
something
tough
ounces
background, though.
per
Yeah.
pound. So you're paying mostly for shell, whereas the mediums, when you get done with all the peeling, you had about 7 point something ounces. And I said, with the differential in the price, you could hire a butler to peel your medium crabs
It
for
wouldn't
you.
figure, yeah.
And it would still work out to the good, so you could be just as lazy as you want to be, but get more meat.
It just seems like you're getting a grander product if you get the colossal.
Yeah, it's
now with
impressive.
the rest of the seafood, we were at the Even Keel Fish Shack yesterday, and Brad, the owner and the chef there, said that the fish are literally jumping into the boat right now. That this is a
Swordfish, you
great,
got a huge swordfish
great time
there
of the
the
year
other day,
to be in the seafood business.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of seafood still scarce. Like,
yeah?
grouper's still scarce.
Grouper's
Well, they
scarce.
got a moratorium on
Black
in
grouper,
Florida
right?
right now.
On the
They
black
can't
grouper, or
Yeah, they all grouper.
all grouper.
Is
You can't
grouper
catch
the best of the South Florida fish, or what would you say?
I would say yellowtail snapper.
Yellowtail.
down from the
Okay.
Keys, that runs
Yeah.
really nice, and they're sweet
Yeah.
and delicate. Yeah, I mean, it's not just about the stone crabs here. You've got a whole a whole fresh fish case, but then there's also, you've got the meats and the sausages. Can you talk a little bit more for people that maybe aren't as much
Yeah.
into seafood?
Well, the way we started selling meat was a fluke, because we supply yachts with and they wanted everything. They wanted to get the beef here, they wanted to get the poultry here, and all the seafood
Yeah,
here.
because you have a yacht,
So
you want
we-
everything on
So
board.
when we buy, we had to buy a whole case, and so sometimes they didn't want it all. So we would put it in the case, and the people bought it right away. It was gone. And they'd come back the next week and said, "Don't you have any more of those steaks?" Not today. So that's when we started stocking it,
Mhm.
because
Good looking array of stuff
Yeah,
too.
beautiful
Yeah.
beef. And of course, you're famous for the turkeys at Thanksgiving time. I've been getting my Thanksgiving bird here forever. And the lovely used to be my wife, now my ex-wife, but we're still cooking and eating together as a
Oh.
family. But tell us a little bit, how many turkeys do you sell during the Thanksgiving week?
Thanksgiving probably 6 to 7,000.
67,000.
Six to
Oh,
seven.
6 to 7,000.
Not 6
I
to
thought you'd
Wow.
feed all of
I
Hollywood.
wasn't
But and they come in.
That's still a lot of birds.
It's
man.
a lot. You should see the size.
I
of
mean,
these
it's a
things.
Hitchcock movie.
They
What are you
bring in
talking
these
about?
semi trucks, and it's like, they're packed to the gills.
I
but-
heard they're lined up down the street here. I mean, to
Sometimes
pick
they're
'em up. Yeah.
lined up all the way to Sterling or Griffin,
How great is that?
Sheridan Street.
It makes a difference. It's
Wow.
a fresh killed
Yeah.
bird, right? You get
Yeah.
from farm where in
The farms are in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania now.
And you say it makes a tremendous difference.
It's good. Yeah, I mean, it's.
Over a frozen turkey. Obviously.
yeah, I mean, I'm willing to pay the difference every year just because how many times you have a Thanksgiving turkey. Once
That's it.
I'm willing to pay for, again.
It would have been especially sad though if mine had ended up in the canal and it was purchased here. as
Defo's
happened to
had
me,
a series of calamities.
blown
on
Thanksgiving dinners.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate. Yeah.
but hey, Doug. So this season it's Lent now. Ash Wednesday was yesterday. So do you see a big uptick in the, I guess, fish purchases, especially around
Yeah.
Fridays now?
Yeah, not as ago, but you still see an uptick now.
Yeah.
Years
Yeah.
ago, it used to be all, yeah.
Yeah.
Go
But it's it's still a good time of year. Any time of the year is good to eat seafood. Healthy. It's protein. It's low in fat. I'm extolling look at me extolling the virtue.
You're
diet.
turning over a new leaf. He's
Yeah.
turning over a new leaf today
Yes.
after being here. And that fish dip display, Mike had some of it, but curious. I mean, that's just a variety that you have.
You haven't tried our fish dip yet?
I have not recently anyway, that I know of. But yeah, no, very looked very, very extensive, the amount of things that you had in
Yeah.
products. And
We have people that had moved to Carolina places, and when they come down here to visit, they take back home with them because
Yeah, it's that good.
because
And your smoked
I've
fish dip.
tried those fish dip, and they don't compare to ours.
So it's the smoked fish dip. You also smoked salmon dip,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right. That's
And-
new. About 2-3 years ago we
And
started that.
And before the big game, you guys loaded me up with some of that buffalo chicken dip. That was great too. I heated that up, melted, and I was dunking my crackers, chicken dip. Good eats. So basically, there's something here for everybody, no matter what you want at Delaware Chicken Farm Market. And Doug, I appreciate
sports fan too. Knew Shula.
Oh.
How did you know Shula?
Oh, yeah.
How did that come?
Broward offered Booster Club was when I first met him.
Very nice.
And when he
Was he buying his steaks here for the steakhouse?
no, we bought from the companies he's buying from
Okay.
at first, and then he went to different companies. But he was always really a delightful guy.
Did he
And
shop? Did he shop here at all? Because
Mary Ann came once. in a while,
Marianne
and-
came. Okay, because well, that was before when he was still with Dorothy. He went to Chaminade Madonna, which is
Right,
around
yeah.
the corner. Here,
Right.
so I didn't know if they were in the
Doug-
neighborhood ever. But
Very small on all of his Super Bowl III memorabilia. And, whatever. Shula would show
Well,
up. or Marianne.
I'll have a lot of things for the Dolphins in my house. So.
Yeah. How's it so?
And
So-
he would go when he went on a cruise. He would be the people, and they would come in. He would do talks on those cruises, and and he wouldn't leave until if everybody. And he waited to greet you and talk to you, and he wasn't like some today. They don't want to be bothered.
It was it was
And,
definitely a different time.
No doubt.
You know,
Definitely would relate. If he saw me coming, he would not be so friendly. But,
Al Lombardo and Mike Mayo, the two guys that got under his skin. Well,
too.
they used
But-
to in training camp. I mean, when they trained at St. Thomas, the reporters would sit around at lunchtime, and Shula would sit down and shoot the breeze with everybody, which
Yeah.
you'd never find.
have his chicken noodle soup. for him
Very
every day.
unusual. I mean, you would not find Saban when he was coaching the Dolphins holding court like that. Yeah.
Different time.
horror
Hey,
stories.
but
to say-
you know that's sports luminaries. Let's talk about culinary luminaries of the present. I'm excited to be associated because one of my favorite chefs and favorite South Florida people are associated with you. I'm talking about Michelle Bernstein,
right.
of course,
she's great.
and you've been sponsoring her show that's on Channel 10 every Saturday morning, Slow Flow Taste. How did you first meet up with her?
They came in from Channel 10 and sat down and talked to us, and they said they wanted a show, and would we be interested in sponsoring?
As long as Jeff Weisner doesn't
yeah.
show up, that's it.
They,
That's
they
it.
explained everything to us.
I
What
think
it
he
would
has a little jar of rubber rodent. himself.
So then we came to find out that she had shopped here with her mother when she was a little girl,
Oh, wow, neat.
and and she comes in here pretty often herself.
And that's a good sign when Michelle
Yeah.
Bernstein is coming
Yeah.
and approves of the quality and
Yeah.
selection here. So you're doing something right. You
Yeah.
guys have been doing something right a long time.
Yeah,
As
great.
long as Jeff DeForest has been alive. They
51
have
was a
been
great year
selling
for me. I mean,
chickens.
and obviously for Delaware Chicken
Oh,
Farm.
I got to ask you one more thing because the chicken farm, there's a big chicken on top of us on this roof
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And that's become like an iconic symbol
Yeah.
in South Florida. Tell us a little bit about that. How did it first get there and what it's gone through?
And we
Troubles,
had
right?
we had it at the old store, but it was inside the store, and the kids would get on it and like rock. And so when we moved, we put it up on the roof here, and we've had it probably we moved 51s, and we probably had it at the old store for at least 4 years. So it's been with us. And we had one accident. We take it down during the holidays. We have to take her
hurricane season.
when it's
You take
coming.
it down.
We
Okay.
take it down.
Yeah.
Somebody's little kids
See
come
this
along.
big chicken blowing by your room at
Yeah,
the Hard
right.
Rock.
That would be
That's
a
literally
scary
seeing
sight.
bugs after a losing night.
that's it.
Yeah, for sure.
You go right into that
Yeah.
guitar there.
Hey, I think I just saw a giant chicken flying by. It's like, how much did you lose?
Yeah, right. How much you bring, right?
For some reason, I thought that it was up for one of the hurricanes and it actually blew off, but I guess I
No,
must be
it
making
didn't
that.
blow. We put it back as soon as we can because a lot of these little kids come by and they say to their mom and dad, "Where's the chicken? Where's the chicken?" They want to know where the chicken's at.
Oh, man.
And so at one time, somebody went up. I assume it had to be a teenager and cut the head off the
Oh,
chicken.
no. We don't
Oh,
like
geez.
headless chickens. So.
Yeah, and so
Wise guy.
we had a roofer that said he could make a new head. So he made the new head and put it on the chicken.
Oh,
and,
so it's got a grafted head? It's had a head
yeah,
transplant, the chicken?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like the world's first successful head transplant.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Right here at
Yeah.
Delaware Chicken Farm.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Miracle, my
Well, you can always find this place. It's right up State Road 4191, 4191 State Road 7. But you know it because it's just south of Sterling Road, right across from the old classic Seminole Bingo Parlor. Now they call it the Classic Casino. And you'll know it because of the big chicken. And you'll just come on in here and get all that you'll need for your family for the week. One last thing. I mean, I didn't mention your age, but you're how old now?
84.
84.
84,
How long do you
wow.
think you're going to keep doing this? And do you fear, this now, the whole trend in food and markets, all these big conglomerates, it's Whole Foods with Amazon. And do you think there's always going to be a place for like a family run kind of single store where they really pride themselves on taking care of customers?
Yes.
Yeah.
The personal touch. When Publix, I just tell you this story. When Publix moved in here, one of their high ups came. He also went to our church,
Mhm.
and he told me one time, at church, he said, we really thought we would hurt you when we moved in. We weren't trying to hurt you, but we thought we would. And he said that, but no one can do what you're. And he said you've got a special niche market. And that's was his opinion.
It's quality, freshness,
Yeah.
value, and most of all, that friendly family.
Especially with
customer
seafood, you
service.
want to
Yeah.
trust the place where you're
Yeah.
getting it. I mean, you want to feel good about it.
And it's something Linda mentioned when we first, as a board, and I mentioned something that I've been shopping here, and Michelle has been shopping here. Combined the two of us over 60 years, 30 years for me, and I've only had one incident where something wasn't quite right, and I came right back, and you guys exchanged it, no questions asked, and that's the kind of satisfaction, customer service that you're supposed to get at a place like this, and you guys deliver. And for all the people out there who like to go yelling on the Let's Eat South Florida group now, or on different social media, to go right to the market and start putting places on blast, come back, give them a chance to marry, because that's what you guys always do here, right?
Yeah.
So that's my little spiel, because people just need to be reminded of that, because we live in this social media world now, and I don't know why people go on when they have a bad from Publix. This was on the group last night. Yeah, it was a pathetic looking sandwich, but what do you want me to do about it? I can't do anything. I'm sitting here.
Take it back.
It's like, take it back, and I'm sure they'll exchange it. But supposed to do.
But you might get that. You didn't buy that here originally,
Yeah,
which is
no.
never going to happen.
Never happens here.
Delaware
And again, it's
chicken
where anything is even goes amiss.
No,
that
it's
is so.
absolutely fantastic in there.
Keep up the good work, Doug.
Yeah.
It's such a pleasure. Thank you. The
Enjoy
new
it.
Great talking to you.
partnership.
Great story.
And
Thank you very
Fantastic.
much.
Pleasure.
and we're going to be back after these
National
words.
Chili Day, Mayo.
It's national.
I don't know what your
every day
opinion
is Stone
is.
Crab
Yeah,
Day.
I'm not sure it's respected anymore with your Skyline affiliation. But
That's it. We're going to be back after these words, and we'll be talking to Dean,
Mike
one
crack
of the
a stone crab
managers,
on his
and we'll
head.
be doing a seafood demonstration. Stone crab.
There it is. He's got the hammer.
Back after these words. Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all: Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love. It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style, a pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788, 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. People come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox, Mayo, and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. You go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the blackened grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox, Mayo, and Defo sent. We're back on the Lunchbox, and I think we finally got things sorted out here, which is just in time because we're busy devouring this plate of stone crabs. We're at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market for our first live remote show, and we've got Gene, the manager here, who's giving us a demonstration of how to properly crack a stone crab claw. And what you need is a nice flat hard surface, a nice mallet, metal mallet, and you take it away from here. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, right?
Easy as 1, 2, 3. Spot 1. You hit
Just and again,
gently until you crack the stone,
it's all about that touch.
and
definitely
move
Very
it to the
good,
knuckle.
the way he does it.
I think
You
he's
crack.
got a
already
short
cracked.
game better than Seve Ballesteros.
They're
He's like,
infinitely easier
set
to
that
eat too
little-
when cracked properly. I would
That's
have
it.
to say
look at that.
that is beautiful.
Lubie, for all your hard work, do you want a stone crab, or he's
He's got one working right there.
our
Yeah.
producer Lubie here. He's getting a little bit. We've had. It's always a fun.
What's the
time.
Guinness record for eating stone crabs? Because I've already had like 12. It's been fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're good. So Gene, we've got these large stone crab claws, and for people who want in different shapes and sizes, again, there's the medium
We have the
is the
medium.
most for the value
The
conscious.
most, yeah.
You've got the large, which
The
are
large,
these, and
which
these
is the
seems
one we're
pretty
having right
large.
now.
These are fine for
And-
whatever you're looking
And we
for.
have the
Yeah.
jumbos.
Yeah.
And the biggest one is colossal. They're like
Colossal.
2 in a pound.
2 per pound.
Two per pound.
And
I don't
yeah.
even want to ask what they're going for now. It's like if you
Yeah,
have
they're
to
like
ask.
$70 a pound.
70 a pound,
Yeah.
35 a claw.
Yes.
I'd go
Nice.
this route here. These are about what,
These are
45, 48?
48.
Yeah.
$48.99, and then you had about 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, look
and
at
a
this.
pound.
All these beautiful.
Definitely the way
fresh-
to go. You're better off with 2 of these than 1 colossal, Mike Mayo.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
I'm
love.
saving you $10 just
I
on
love
that.
all these
Definitely.
things. And again,
But
Yeah.
some people want the colossal for
Yeah, it
presentation.
looks big. Yeah,
impressive
yeah.
display.
You own a yacht. You don't want to have a bunch of puny stone crabs
Hello.
out there.
what you guys doing? We're doing a show.
Doing a stone crab demonstration.
How are you
here,
today? She's doing good. He's
Yeah.
he's wearing his Heat T-shirt. What do you think of the Heat? Are they going to go places this year? Nobody can hear you. I did ask. Defo's rolling his head. It's like, why am I?
He has a guy
He
that
can
has
hear
no
you.
microphone equation now. That's his new thing. Yeah.
Oh, we're having
Mike
a time.
Mayo, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right. Well, we'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
You're obviously getting high up at these stone crabs, Mayo.
I'm getting
I think it combined with the
Combination of
medication,
the,
whatever
cough
iodine content
syrup,
there is
the,
doing something to you.
antibiotics.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Gene, what else is in stock today? You got all kinds of good fresh fish.
Yeah, we have our weekly special. We got some chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
The
Yeah,
wings
some-
are $3.99 a pound. That's
$3.99
a
a
bargain,
pound.
Chicken
huh?
wings
Yeah.
for
which-
like $3.99 a pound.
How many wings are in a pound?
These are like about I would say 6, but since you
6,
already
yeah.
cut, you get a dozen and a pound.
That's nice.
That's a pretty
yeah.
good bargain. And we
Oh,
also
no
got
doubt,
the Key
yeah.
West pink shrimp
Those are my favorite. Those
with
Key
the
West
shells on.
shell on. Yeah.
They're like about 25 to 30 count. They're
Now,
like,
will you steam them here for people with the shell on? You
we will
do?
steam them with the shell on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do.
You
steam
won't
them for
de-shell
free.
them. That you
No.
got to do at home, but
No.
you'll steam them here for you, and that's a great deal at $13.99 a pound. And
Yes,
that's
sir.
something that you could always, make a quick dinner at home. Steam up some of those shrimp. You could do it with Old Bay seasoning, with the little steamed vegetables. Got yourself a very good keto-friendly dinner there.
Yes, sir.
Defo, you and the Mustang, you go pescatarian a lot, right? You like
Big seafood guy, yeah, no question about it. I haven't had stone crabs for a while because I thought they kind of priced themselves out of their value point for me. But you know what? Whenever somebody's willing to lay me onto one, it reminds me of how
You'll be
great they can
present,
be.
huh?
Yeah, I had kind of lost my appetite for them, and then having these are absolutely fantastic. It's a reminder how great they are, how unusually different they are than anything else that you can get in the seafood market.
They're pretty good. Very succulent. That's a very nice dinner for some special occasion,
Yeah, yeah.
like a birthday.
Yeah,
or
with a good glass
anniversary.
of wine. I mean, absolutely fantastic. It goes well with a Chardonnay, believe it or not, Mayo. As much as you would hate to admit that. yeah.
No. I do not doubt that. Some of these seafood items go great with the crisp, dry white wines, the Chardonnays, the Pinot Grigio.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
The German Gewürztraminer or whatever,
Mhm.
those things. But I'm got more of a red guy. I'll take it with a nice light Pinot. A nice light bodied Pinot Noir goes well with these also.
You can't go wrong with Pinot.
No, all
And you
good.
can't go wrong with these. And those, again, the way you eat them is once you get that whole crab shell off and you have the claw, you want to bite down, but they have that center little cartilage piece there, so you don't
Yeah.
want to bite too hard because that'll shatter it.
It's
So
kind
you
of like
kinda
being
like-
at the dentist. You want to
You
get one of
pull
these. yeah.
down, and then when you feel that, you kind of pull away. You peel away, like you said, like an artichoke. heart.
Correct.
And
That's it.
I'm drooling. I'm a mess.
He got stuff on his chin and his hair.
Hey, that's why I asked you to wear to get that plastic.
I'm
clean
getting
one.
down and dirty,
Thank
but
you.
there you go. You got when you're down to this little. I don't even know
That's
what
when you
call
know
it,
you
like
cleaned
a
it pretty good.
little
Yeah.
cartilage, dorsal, whatever it is. It's just in the center of the claw there, but
You're like the cat in the cartoon that pulls the scales out, after they
Yeah.
eat a whole fish.
when you get down clean like that, you could just you could use it as a guitar pick, Defo. If you and your friends up the funky biscuit,
Why not? Yeah.
just use it as a little guitar pick. So
Make use of everything. All right, excellent, my
And
friend.
if you
That was
play
great.
guitar,
we had ourselves a time here today. It's
Yeah,
so
that was
great.
very
Again,
nice.
come on out 4191 North State Road 7, right there in Hollywood, just south of Sterling Road. You'll see it right across from the Seminole Classic Bingo Casino. And baby back ribs on sale, $5.99 a pound. The pork sausage. Do you make that in-house, the sausages here?
Yes,
They
everything
look
is
great.
in-house.
Those sausages in that display case is something that I might be digging in with some peppers and all that stuff. And so, yeah, well, that's it. We had well,
You all right?
I would say it was a successful first outing in terms of the eating and the stone crab.
That was as delightful a lunch as you could have.
And-
We go to a lot of great
And
places.
if you want to
yeah.
come in for your stone crab, we just got a truck that just
Just
back
came in.
there from the West Coast. It just dropped off
Nice.
some more stone crab.
Perfect
so-
time. Again, the beginning of the Lenten season, Friday, this Friday. Why not, mark the beginning of Lent if you observe that with having some stone crabs for dinner. That would fit the bill. I know that. A little bit of fish dip, a little bit of stone crab. You got yourself a nice seafood meal on a Friday.
Oh, yes.
Hey, I got to put in a good word for our friends at Visit Lauderdale. We're going to be with Nikki Mohan from Visit Lauderdale next week. Tuesday, we're going to be at Willie T's Seafood Shack in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops and celebrating the end of Black History Month with the founder and owner of Willie T's. It's Warren Thompson. He's a nationally renowned restaurateur. He started off in the D.C., Virginia area. He now lives in Fort Lauderdale, and he's opening up some different restaurants. And we're going to have a nice time with Nikki next week there, Tuesday at Willie T's. It's all part of the diversity of what makes Greater Fort Lauderdale so special. Everyone under the sun, every dish under the sun, every flavor under the sun. We welcome one and all here to Fort Lauderdale. The culinary, the foodies, the cocktail connoisseurs. Come one, come all. There's more than 4,000 area restaurants in town. Got the fine dining along Las Olas. You've got the great breathtaking views along the Intracoastal and the Atlantic, and great restaurants up and down the stretch of A1A, like our friends Brad and Dave yesterday. And, of course, the award-winning chefs like Tim and Ballou, just recognized by the James Beard Foundation, semifinalist for Best Chef in the South. He's at the Catherine Restaurant in Fort Lauderdale. Come check it out. And don't forget to visit Lauderdale Ale Trail and all the rooftop bars, the speakeasies, etc. For all the latest info and events and promotions, go to visitlauderdale.com. And that's going to do it.
That's it. You're all right? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
we're good. We got
Yeah,
through it.
nice.
All right. Gene's the man.
Good job, Dino.
He's the man with
Yeah.
the mallet.
That was
I'm the
great.
judge.
Fantastic,
Order
man.
in the court. We
Delaware
got it.
Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Tomorrow, Gulfstream Park. We got the contest working
That's
to
right. We'll be
win
giving away.
the 10 pounds buffet. That's a fantastic deal. And then I got a nice little sporting doubleheader, one of my favorites, from the racetrack down to Hialeah Park for the boxing tomorrow night. That's going to be a lot of fun. If you're looking for tickets, HialeahPark.com. on that.
Boxeo.
Yeah, El Boxeo.
At Hialeah.
Yeah,
That's
gonna be a lot of
that's
fun.
an option for a Friday.
The
night.
lovely and talented one says she's coming out there. Wants to. She hasn't covered boxing since she copied the notes of I forget who it was that I think it was Will McDonough or something was writing boxing at the Boston Globe. Yeah,
Well, Willie did it before Rob Borges. All right, I'm going to try one more time to crack a stone crab on my head. You think I could do
that
it?
would be the way. Oh, geez.
Ow, geez,
Yeah,
that hurt.
yeah, no,
that's
no.
That's not
That's
a good
the thorny
idea.
side. Yeah,
You
yeah.
said
Forget about it.
I would get 2
As long
million
as you
views
wipe
on
the
it.
schmutz off your chin, that would be okay with
Who
the
needs
people
2
that are
million
watching.
views? When I
Yeah.
got, did you see that Happy Chili Day Skyline Chili post from last weekend? It's gone viral nationally. Do you see?
Because people are appalled that,
212,000 views.
Yeah, they can't believe it that you like that stuff. It's unbelievable.
It's a taste sensation. I love.
It's just so disappointing on National Chili Day that it has no relationship to chili whatsoever. What you commonly think of as chili. I want a thick chili,
It's a
a lot of meat, a
Greek
lot of beans, very
spaghetti
spicy.
sauce.
I want it hot.
Yeah.
I want it to have some natural kick, and then I want to spike it up like Emerald
If
Lagasse.
that's what you want, Skyline's not the place for you. but
No,
I
no.
might be going right
If
there.
you want tasteless, bland, this is the place to
and
go.
again, they got turkey chili here. If you want a little variant, that's a little bit maybe healthier. But National Chili Day, I don't know where you get good chili in these parts.
I tell you
my
where.
man
I mean,
Shenanigans.
Billy Jack Shack,
Billy
great place.
Jack Shack.
They have a great chili, and surprisingly, not bad. Needs a little spiking, but if you go to Whole Foods and catch the right batch, they put out a pretty good beef chili.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do for today. I'm going to go out with a bang and a boom. That's
Don't
it.
hit your fingers.
Oh, that one cracked right away. I got Defo too. Oh, I got
There
that
you go.
one.
Now you got that one.
All right, that claw is a goner. It's going to be in my belly in a minute. Thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks
Great
to Doug
time, man.
Carter and the whole crew here at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. And we'll see everybody again tomorrow from Gulfstream. For Lubie, Defo, I'm Mike Mayo. Enjoy every stone crab claw and enjoy every sandwich.
What's next is the question.